Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions, and I'm here with Home Free. And a viewer sent me a request that said Nate Mare, but when I tried to look it up, it just comes up with Story Time with Tim. So I think there's some kind of a connection here. I'm not sure exactly what I'm getting into, but I guess we'll find out. So here we are, Home Free vocal band Story Time with Tim. Just before we head in, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, it helps the channel a lot. If you want to help some more, check in the description. There are ways to donate to the channel, ways to bump up your requests, and there will be a link there too to Home Free, so you can go to their channel and support them because we always want to support the artists. All right, let's have a listen, see what we've got.
Manager Nate, aka Potato. I encourage you to call him that. And he said a lot of you stopped by during intermission, and that's what we like to hear. And then he mentioned that a lot of you didn't. So clearly, I need to expound upon the treasures that await you out there.
Okay, there's a lot of echo here. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Talk to our merchandising manager, Nate, aka Potato. I encourage you to call him that. And he said a lot of you stopped by during intermission, and that's what we like to hear. And then he mentioned that a lot of you didn't. So clearly, I need to expound upon the treasures that await you out there. Well, there's some new shirts just for this tour. There's some new photos of us. Yeah. New photos of us. New people, I swear.
Okay.
There's some cups with us on them. If you must drink, might as well drink out of us. There's the Home Free snapback hats. There's all kinds of stuff out there. And we've noticed something the last couple of tours that we're not super accustomed to seeing at our shows. Young people. No, I said young people. No, I mean there's actually kids. There's kids here. Look at them, they're everywhere. And I bet you kids saw some merchandise you'd like to have. And I want you to know something too. If your parents really love you.
No, he's just being serious.
Now, I wasn't sure I was going to do this when the show started, but I can't help myself. I'm going to tell a story about Potato. You see, apparently, he has pretty intense dreams. And I don't mean aspirations, I mean things happen in his head while he's asleep. And it affects the rest of us. Because we travel on a tour bus, and there's 10 of us that all sleep in an area closer together than we are to each other right now. And so Nathan Potato discovered this intense dream situation on tour with us. It happened for the first time about a year ago, where, I don't know, let's say 3 in the morning, we hear, "Somebody help me, please!"
That's good, that's it.
That is not exaggerating. So of course I was like, "Nathan?" And then behind his curtain I just see, "What's up, buddy?" Said, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, why?" "Well, you were just pleading for someone to help you." "Oh, I'm fine." "Okay, thanks, bud. I'll just try to get back to sleep now." And only a few people heard it that time. But last night,
Oh, no.
everyone heard it. And our lighting director, Cole, experienced it. You see, Cole sleeps above Potato. It's like a triple stacked kind of bunk bed situation. So poor Rob is underneath Potato. It goes Rob, Potato, Cole. And we're not sure what he was dreaming about this time. But best we can tell, he thought he was getting buried alive. Because this time we hear, I'm down here, I'm down here, I'm down here! Followed by,
Just like, imagine the hardest kick you ever did here. Just like, I can't even do it. Just like, boom, on a hollow board.
now, the way these little platforms that we sleep on are engineered are so that they can withstand almost any amount of pressure downward. But what we learned is it doesn't take a lot of upward pressure to send poor Cole flying. Luckily, Cole has unbelievable Spider-Man-like sleeping reflexes because he somehow spread out and caught himself between his bunk and the bunk across from him. There's an aisle between them. So, you know,
Yeah, just like,
he's doing this about 6 feet in the air.
All right, very funny. I'll just talk a little bit now and then again at the end. So I first sort of talking about some of the merchandise. I couldn't catch the very, very beginning, but yeah, just obviously wanting to get the message out, but also in a humorous way as well. So that was hilarious. And Tim's a very good storyteller here, and talking about, I think it was their manager, wasn't it? Nate and Potato, whatever, and having nightmares, therefore the Nate-mare. So now I'm starting to put it together and understand it. Do you have nightmares? I have nightmares. I've had nightmares since I was a child. I dream a lot. I remember a lot of my dreams. And I've had nightmares since I was a child. I still do, but they're completely different now because now I just get angry at my nightmares. They don't scare me as much as I just get pissed off. Because I'm too old for that nonsense. I just try to turn around and just say, get out of here. So yeah, they're not quite the same as they used to be when I was a child. A lot of dreams, amazing dreams. I love my dreams. Some of them even help with some of my writing. Most of my writing doesn't come from there, but some of it does. And dreams can and nightmares can seem incredibly, incredibly real. Very, very vivid. Not all of them. Some of them are so crazy you know you're in a dream even while you're dreaming. Others are so vivid you wake up and it takes a while to realize I was just dreaming. It wasn't real. And I find nightmares not so much like that, but dreams can be like that. So I often dream about things and realize when I wake up, I think, oh, I'm going to go talk to so and so. It's usually my wife, and she's been gone for 5 years now. So it's like it just seems so real. It seemed like she wasn't dead. So dreams can be so vivid, so real, and I've had out of body experiences as well. And that's just a dream. And when I first had it, this was many, many, many years ago. I haven't had them for a long time, but I had many of them for a while. And I wasn't sure at the time. I'd heard about them a little bit, but didn't really know what was going on, didn't know what was happening. So I sort of ran a couple of tests to see it's just in your head. Excuse me. It's just a dream. Very, very vivid. Seems completely real. I can understand why people sort of believe in more supernatural things, but no, it's just here. It's amazing what our brains can do. It doesn't take away from it. I think it adds to it. It's just incredible what our brains can do. This is a hilarious telling of a story, but a nightmare can be really, really frightening. Imagine if you really truly felt you were being buried alive. Yeah, you would definitely freak out. And I know I've kicked the wall very hard sometimes. And I don't know whether it's from a nightmare or not, because then you wake up all of a sudden and then I don't usually remember what happened, but I think, why did I just kick the wall?
reflexes because he somehow spread out and caught himself between his bunk and the bunk across from him. There's an aisle between them. So, you know,
yeah, just like,
he's doing this about 6 feet in the air.
true story.
But now, Nate really is sort of getting buried because the bunk above him has been dislodged sideways. So he's just holding. So this time I sprang up. I wasn't taking any chances, and I really did have to help reposition Cole's bed. Did you sleep through that?
Oh no.
Okay.
He was screaming at the top of his lungs
Yeah.
that I heard through earplugs.
This was at 5:30 a.m., by the way.
Yeah. After a border crossing, we were in Canada last night. We came across the border, which means we all had to get up about 2 and talk to immigration. Then we went back to sleep for a couple hours. Then the Nate Mare, let's call it a Nate Mare.
Yeah.
Hashtag Nate Mare now. Feel free to post about it.
Yeah.
So we're all a little tired tonight, but y'all are getting us through this show. Thank you so much.
Very good.
So I encourage y'all to stop by the merchandise table, even if you don't want to buy anything or you've already bought something. On your way out tonight, go see Potato, and at least say, "Somebody help me, please!" And or, "I'm down here, I'm down here, I'm down here!" Thank you.
Yeah, very good, very good. Excellent storytelling there, and true story, I guess. Nightmare, a good name for it. It's close enough to nightmare, and Nate having it, so yeah, that makes perfect sense. Uh, yeah, we had bunk beds when we were children, but not three-tier, just two, and but a couple of sets of them. So. But yeah, that's hilarious. That's really funny. And I guess they're part of the reason, or part of the reason for this explanation was to be humorous, obviously, but also part of it explaining why they might be a little extra tired because they were crossing the border, had to talk to customs around 2:30 in the morning, and then trying to get back to sleep and 5:30 in the morning. This nightmare, screaming and kicking, etc. happened. So yeah, everybody was startled awake. That can make a big difference in the way that you feel. You don't feel quite so refreshed when you're startled awake as well, and then your sleep was already broken up. But and traveling is exhausting too, particularly when there's a lot of you and you're kind of in tight circumstances, etc. But it can be fun, I guess. I've never done it that way, but maybe it can be fun, but it can probably be very exhausting at times as well. Sometimes you want to escape, I imagine. But that was really good. And then talking about the merchandise at the beginning and again at the end, of course. Yep, you can check in the link. I have my new merchandise store is there too. There's a little bit of stuff in there for both L.T.L Tutoring Central and RJJ's reactions. Also, there'll be a link in the description to Home Free's channel, so you can go there and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed here, time to do so now. If you liked this reaction video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you very much to everyone who has subscribed, liked videos, commented, sent information. It all helps, and I really do appreciate it. This was a fun one. Thank you for the request, and well worth watching and putting up on the channel. I always love humor. We need a little humor in the world today, don't we? And we've seen Home Free be humorous in some of their other videos as well, but that was a great story. All right, enjoy the rest of your day. It's Ron from RJJ's Reactions. Keep listening, keep having fun. Bye bye for now.